The Lifetime Achievement Award honours an eminent person who has made a sustained and invaluable contribution at the national level to the understanding of migration or to bettering the lives of new migrants. Joseph Assaf AM.
Well, I was born in Lebanon and one of 6 children. After the 6 Days War, 1967, I decided to go to an English-speaking country. I landed in Australia, a typical migrant of the 60s. No family, no money, no language. The woman I fell in love with is the same woman that I'm still with. The two of us established the world's first multicultural communication agency.
My vision is the agency that can communicate with the 220 different communities in this country.
From Telstra's point of view, it was a real eye-opener, and more importantly, it was a powerful insight into the importance and the opportunities of multicultural marketing. Joseph did everything. They did the production, the design work, placed the movie on the lot.
There was never one positive story about migration. And I thought the best thing to tell the true story, the positive story about migration, is by showcasing the success of migrants against the odds.
When Joseph Assaf arrived in Australia, literally in someone else's shoes, opened his own empty suitcase and began to put together this particular dream, I bet he never imagined it could be quite so successful. Joseph is one of those people who sees no barriers between imagining success and grabbing it with both hands. The leader of a dedicated team which puts this together every year, himself an immigrant from Lebanon, a business achiever and published author, champion of multiculturalism in Australia.
When the Asian financial crisis hit in the late 90s, Australia was not seriously affected. People were surprised. When more recently the global financial crisis hit, we were again not seriously affected. People were surprised. I wasn't surprised because I know that the contributions made by our diverse immigrant communities will always be a shot in the arm that will help to immunize our nation against the effects of such financial schisms. Those hundreds of thousands of immigrants need thousands of homes. They need education. They need consumer products and services.
Indigenous and migrants, refugees and business migrants, early settlers and new settlers, blacks and whites, men and women, English speakers and non-English speakers, people of Middle Eastern appearance and people of European appearance, people of all faith and creeds and political persuasions. They all share the roads, all pay taxes, all support each other's networks, and all call Australia home. The business of supporting multiculturalism is very good business indeed, because multiculturalism is not a passing fancy. It's not a hobby, it's not a government policy, or a nice thing to do, or a marketing opportunity. Equally, diversity is not a choice, it's not an option. Diversity is a fact of life, and multiculturalism is a way of life. So, Prime Minister, you were absolutely right when at last year's awards you said migration has worked. And Mr. Abbott, you were also spot on when you said without migration, Australia would be the biggest loser. And if you allow me, I have also been on the money, pun definitely intended, when I have said every one of our migrants is a mini economic stimulus package.